Whoa, and we're live here at the Portland Expo in Portland, Maine. We're going to watch Team Maine take on probably one of their first scrimmages of the season. Mass Attack has come up from Massachusetts, graciously made the trip up to give Team Maine a challenge. We've seen Team Maine a couple of times. Team Maine versus the world. We've done some scrimmages in-house. This will be their first organized scrimmage of the season. So let's talk about Team Maine. We're going to go now to the Team Maine roster for this matchup. There's a couple skaters not here today. Team Maine, number 10, Nurse Heartless. 12, Head of Flame. 1800, Josie Cuervo. 203, Oxidizer. 22, Hard Dash. 23, KTNT. 265, Rosie Rotten. 3, Allison Donovan. 321, Frida Rocket. 39, Sketchy Lou Weasel. 40, Peroxide. 491, Jumpy McGee. 500, Beth Saltz. 7, Zell Dangerous. 828, Kissy Kicks. 86, Hans Yolo. 8915, Meowing Him Down. Coaching today, 53, Coach Bruiser. And Ruski will be on the bench coach. Well, that is your Team Maine roller derby roster for today. Let's take a look over at Mass Attack. Karma Snow Joke, number 101, Pixie Sticks, 13, 152, Fox and Docs, 1920, Malice Paul, 341, Enraged and Grace, 414, Torpedo, 47, Stone Cold Killa, 519, Eradicator, 789, Terra Entula, 491, Kiltrocity, and I think I actually have the numbers for Nansucket and Curly at Lewis somewhere, but I don't have them right here in front of me. They have numbers, I'm sure. On my board today, for the first time ever, I have Ian. No microphone for Ian, though. Later on, I think we may be joined today by some Team Maine skaters. So, what is Team Maine? Why does this team exist? This is a combination of skaters from almost every league here in the state, with the intent of getting together to play for State Wars tournament down in Florida and the Battle of the All-Stars down in Pennsylvania. We did just find out yesterday that the State Wars tournament that we expected to be in February will actually end up being towards the end of the year, which ultimately I think that's going to work out well for the team. We'll see Battle of the All-Stars happen in February, which is going to be significantly bigger than it was last year, as they've added another 4 teams. So I think we're going to see Team Hawaii, Team Texas. There may be a Michigan team also showing up. And just like that, we're getting ready to start. 1920. Malice Paul will take the star for Mass Attack. Mass Attack has brought up a few extra skaters today. I see that we have 207 from Boston up here. Nurse Heartless will take the star for Team Maine. We start off. We have our first jam of the day. Nurse Heartless almost out, but she gets pushed off on the inside. A clean re-entry on the front stretch. She's through. She's our lead jammer, Nurse Heartless. Already around. She'll be making her first passing attempt. We're going to see Malice Paul with an attempted star pass anyway. She's past Head of Flame. Jumpy nudges her off to the inside. So already picking up 5 points as Nurse Heartless. Heartless again now approaching the pack from the outside. Her points are up front. Still not yet through the pack is Mass Attack. Heartless is through for another 5 points. So Team Maine able to jump out early in this matchup. Still trying to get that star pass. Has not happened yet. 3-4-1, the intended receiver. No need to now. She is through. Heading off on a penalty. 47 for Mass Attack. And Heartless is going to call it off. So that'll be it. 15 points for Team Maine. No score yet for Massachusetts. Kissy Kicks will have the star for Team Maine. And 419. 419. Can you hop over here to Mass Attack? 419. Kiltrocity. All right, we'll go back to, yep, awesome. I just needed to know names. Kiltrocity's through. Lead jammer. Kissy kicks, though, not far behind. So Kiltrosity with the advantage right now. Her points are in the front of the pack. Maine doing their best to stay ahead of Mass Attack. Pack really speeding up right now. Kissy is even with Kiltrosity. Kissy's points are in the back, so it's really her benefit. Kissy's through. She's picked up her 4. Kiltrosity only going to pick up 2. So a net gain for Team Maine despite not having the lead jammer position in that. And Raging Grace 3-4-1 alongside Meowing 'em Down. We wait for our whistle. Whistle blows, tight pack right off the start. No jammer with any clear advantage. Meowing 'em Down almost through, but she got pushed off quick. It looks like we may see another Mass Attack if Hans Yola was able to get her pushed out, and Hans did get her pushed out. We may have seen a track cut call on that. So Meowing 'em Down will have lead jammer status as well as a power jam opportunity. On the corner of 3 and 4. Getting a nudge, but still skating through cleanly, picking up 4 more points is Meowing 'em Down. Big hit on the inside, but up. Meow getting bounced all over the place, but still able to stay on the right side of the tape. Penalty box is clear. Both teams are at full strength now. Meow picked up the 5. We're going to see one skater headed to the box. Tara will sit down. So defensively, Mass Attack now down 1 blocker. 4 more points picked up for Team Maine. Meowing 'em Down. We'll call it off before Mass Attack has a chance to score anything. 32 for Team Maine, 2 for Mass Attack. Sketchy Lou Weasel has the star for Team Maine. Malice Paul, 19-20 for Mass Attack. Mass Attack will start out with 1 blocker in the box. Nice little jump right off the line. Able to get a little bit of speed, works her way to the outside, breaks up that defense, and Lou is through in as our lead jammer. There's a lot of room on the inside, and it looks like Allison Donovan's going to clean up any residual. She does. Not only does Allison Donovan clear out that inside for Lou, but she was able to push out Malice Paul as well. So that's going to give a power jam, as when Malice came back in, stepped in a little bit too soon, drew the track cut. So Lou picks up 5 points. Coming around turn 1 and turn 2. Packs a little spread out. That works to her advantage. She's able to slip her way through the cracks, and she's picked up 5 more for Team Maine. Now, as this is a scrimmage, Team Maine is playing with a little bit higher roster than you might normally see. I think we saw a total of, I didn't count, but I know we're up over what you might consider like a standard 14 roster. Mass Attack was gracious enough to let the team bring in some extra skaters to play. I think some of these Mass Attack players as well. I'll have to get confirmation, but I think there's a couple skaters that may be on the Team Mass team. We'll see Team Mass in just a few more weeks as we will scrimmage at the Lewiston Armory with Team Mass and hopefully another team. We'll see. Get to play. Nurse Heartless has the star for Team Maine. And for Mass Attack, that's going to be 419 Kiltrosity. Kill has the lead jam designation. Pushing her way through for points right now, or trying to. Nurse Heartless is through, so she'll be on her scoring pass. We're going to see 2 Mass Attack blockers. Crew and Karma both headed to the box. So Mass Attack is going to start out with 2 blockers in the box this next jam. They did not pick up any points, so it's still 2 points for Mass Attack, 52 for Team Maine, with 22:50 left in this first half. Kissy kicks with a star for Team Maine. And Raging Grace for Mass Attack. For some of these skaters, today is a bit of a hangover game, as last night Maine Roller Derby had their wicked versus good bout. We missed that one. We weren't able to be here, but that actually came out to a tie, so they got to go overtime. I do not know if it was wicked or good who won. Home team game, everyone wins. Kissy kicks, nice little spin move. Coming out of the backstretch, she picks up 5 points. So Mass Attack right now in danger. They have 2 pivot covers. Now it's removed. Kissy weaves her way through. No one there to block her. It's as if they didn't quite see her there. Mass Attack regrouping now on turn 2. Grace has the star in her hand. Stashing. No time to do anything with it. It gets called off. But it looks like Kissy might have picked up a back block at the end of that. Timeout called by Mass Attack. So we'll take this timeout. Let's talk about Forging You. Team Maine sponsor this year, Forging You. Would you like to see what a personalized strength and conditioning program can do for you? Reach out today for a free consultation. Jay Hook with Forging You. Coach Hook. Jay knows his derby and will specialize your training specific to you, especially, boy, if you're a derby player. Talk about strength and conditioning. ForgingYou.com. You can find him on Facebook, Twitter, @ForgingYou. All right, so we have just a couple minutes. I'm going to just take a quick look at some stuff. All right, we're going to be back underway. Who has the star for Mass Attack? We're going to see 47, Stone Cold Killer for Mass Attack. And that was a back block picked up by Kissy Kick, so power start for Mass Attack. And that goes to their advantage, picking up the lead jammer position with time as well. Kissy's still sitting in the box. The Mass Attack engages to try to make some room. They've moved Jumpy McGee out of the way. No small feat. And Jumpy comes right back with a quick shoulder pop. Kissy's back out on the track, pushing her way through the defense. Kissy is through. So that's her initial pass. Mass Attack needs to call it now. Kissy might have picked up 1 point. She did. Kissy with 1 point. 4 points did get picked up by Mass Attack. So after having quite a stretch without putting any points on the board, we'll see 4 like that for Mass Tech. Malice Paul takes the star for Mass Tech, meowing him down again for Team Maine. We have our whistle. On the outside, does Malice find the room? She does. Lead jammer, Mass Attack. Meow finds room on the inside, almost gets pushed, but that jump was just a little too late. Calling it off now, safely. I think we'll see a couple points here picked up. Just 1 for Mass Attack. Kill with the star for Mass Attack. Hard dash with the star for Team Maine. First time we've seen dash today with the star. We have our whistle. Dash runs in hard. Pushes hard. Is she going to pick up a penalty for that? She did. Hard dash picked up a forearm penalty. And we may see a whistle here as we have a skater slow to get up. So dash is now just sitting. We'll take just a quick timeout. We'll talk about Little Red Schoolhouse. Little Red Schoolhouse, the-little-red-school-house.com. They're actually just down the street here. When I say just down the street, kind of just down the street. They are a daycare offering caring and friendly staff with early childhood education backgrounds, up-to-date CPR and first aid training. They're down at the Old Warren Elementary School on Main Street in Westbrook. So not really down the street, right? Guess not. The historic building offers them room to grow, more structured atmosphere, and a convenient location. I actually think I just read recently they started a second location. I don't know where that second location is. You can find them on Facebook too, Little Red Schoolhouse. All right, so let me try to fix some stuff. I just got some messages. Oxidizer headed to the box. We've had a successful star pass. Mass Attack picking up the star. Picking up 4 points. Hard dash now. And she'll call it off. Kill has a star again for Mass Attack. Rosie Rotten with the star for the first time today. Lots of room on the inside. Zeldangers tried to give chase, but it was too late by that point. Mass attack all the way through. And Rosie's picked up a penalty, so we're going to see a power jam. Mass attack will call it after picking up 1 point. So Mass attack will start with the power jam opportunity. .419. That's kill. Getting pushed, nudged gently through the pack. Picks up lead jammer position for Mass Attack. Mass Attack coming alive a little bit here. Taking full advantage. This is the third power start they've been able to take advantage of. Pushed off to the inside by Josie Cuervo. She'll re-enter on turn 1. Still working on that scoring pass. Maine does not have a scoring jammer right now, but Rosie's through. She'll be eligible to score now when she comes through. No chance, though. That's going to get called off. 4 picked up by Mass Attack. Can I borrow this for a second? Okay. There you go. You can have that back now, Ian. Thanks. Torpedo with the star for Mass Attack. Nurse Heartless for Team Maine. Team Maine using a lot of different jammers today. They're going through the rotation. Heartless fakes to the right, cuts back towards the middle. She's got 2 blockers to tangle with right now. They are sticking to her like flypaper. Now she's through. Coming out of turn 2 and now in the backstretch is Heartless. Torpedo still tied up behind that wall of black jerseys. Hard dash to the inside made all kinds of room for Heartless. She was able to pick up that grand slam. And she comes around now. She's looking for more. With only 2 blockers there, she'll pick them up. Another 5. And Mass Attack, with only 2 blockers, managed to somehow pick up a multiplayer block penalty. Couldn't see it from here. Thankfully, the refs could see it over there. Heartless weaves her way through on the backstretch, unopposed. Picks up another 5 points. And a track cut gets picked up by Mass Attack. So Heartless now, she has a power jam. There's only 35 seconds left in this jam. We'll see if she goes through for another 5. Mass Attack sends 1 blocker in about 5 seconds. So Heartless will come through. She'll try for another round of points and then probably call it. Jammer's standing in the box. I hear Bruiser calling for her to call it, and she does. So that'll be a power start. About 5 seconds left on that penalty. We'll see probably a star pass by Mass Attack here on the get-go. That all depends on what happens with Meow Down, who has a star for Team Maine. If you're tuning in today, thank you very much for, thanks for letting us know when we had some issues. We were able to get that stuff resolved. We have the best fans. Whistle blows, Meow fakes to the right, cuts back towards the middle. Zill Dangerous had started to make her a pocket. Torpedo now is clear. Torpedo's going to go up against KT, and she does. Burns her on the inside. KT being braced by Head of Flame. Still, Torpedo able to get through. So, Meow Down. Quick juke to the right on the backstretch. She's going to pick up 4 points because we had 2 in the box, and she'll call it. Good run by Team Maine to pick up those 4 points. Call it off as quick as they did. Kissy kicks with a star for Team Maine. Tara and Tula, 7-8-9. For Mass Attack. Kissy kicks, lead jammer just like that. Tarantula for Tara and Tula. Or just Tara. Gets spilled on turn 1. She's going to get recycled back a fair amount. Rosie Rotten is going to drag her back. Kissy weaving her way. Team Maine, 129, Mass Attack 13. If Mass Attack didn't think they would have their hands full, they probably know now. Kissy's through for another 5. Kissy picks up 5 more points. We've had a star pass from Mass Attack. They won't get to use it. Kissy calls it off after picking up 4 more points. Malice Paul, 19-20 for Mass Attack. Whistle blew. And off the line quick was Lou for Team Maine. Still pushing. That pack is stretched out. That whistle will blow quick, and it does. Stretched out too far. Bridge can only last so long. Sketchy Lou Weasel is our lead jammer. There's room on the outside for Lou. Mass Attack caught skating on their heels on turn 1. So Lou picks up 5 points. Allison Donovan with a big shoulder, but I think that might have been in the wrong direction. So she'll head to the box for the first time today. I don't think I've seen her pick up a penalty yet. Back block picked up by Lou. So a power jam for Mass Attack. 8:26 left in this first half. 158 Maine, 12 Mass. Assassin back out on the track. We'll see Lou in less than 10. She must be pretty close to 4 seconds now. There she comes. Entering in on your left. Hard dash, making room. Seen that from Dash quite a bit today. She is very aware and very aggressive in making room for her jammer. And she does it there again. Karma with a star, looking a little worse for wear. Peroxide, KT&T, Zell Dangerous, and Head of Flame. Take the line quick. Kill 419 alongside Nurse Heartless, number 10. You're watching Team Maine versus Mass Attack. Team Maine putting up a nice 3-wall there. Peroxide bracing. Lead jammer belongs to Nurse Heartless. Nice little hop over the apex. Didn't quite make it cleanly, though. She had to come back. Nurse Heartless now winding through on the backstretch. There was a little pocket there made by KT&T, so she was able to take it. Nurse Heartless through for 5. Maine really wrapping up Mass Attack's jammers today. Coming through again, 5 more points. Nurse Heartless 171, 176. Team Maine, Mass Attack 21. This jam almost over. We'll probably see the full. We'll see the full 2 minutes. I don't know that Mass Attack is yet on their scoring pass. I do not think so. I see no designation from Peterson. Will end under time. Nurse Heartless heads back to the bench after having racked up 30. When we hit halftime, we will go to just a quiet overhead view. I'm going to go round up some extra microphone fun. I might try to go get Sparrowhawk to come chat with us. .47 kill, picked up a penalty. Power jam for meowing him down. Maine engaging as Meow comes through. Meow pushed off to the inside. I think we're going to get. Yep, no pass, no penalty. She got pushed out, and it looks like the blocker went with her. So, no pass, no penalty. She's picked up 5 points. Mass Attack star in the box right now, being stashed. It's in her hand. So Stone Cold Killer re-enters the pack on turn 4. Meow almost through up the middle. Mass Attack regroups though to hold her off a little longer. In the back, Rosie engages with Killa. Meow is now through for 4 points. And we'll see if we get it, but Enraging Grace wants an official review. So we may see a review after this jam ends on her penalty, I suspect. She is sitting in the penalty box. .230 left in this first half. We're going to see our whistle. And Banshee asks for that official review that we saw earlier. So with that official review, let's talk again about Forging You. Forging You, cool thing. You can find out more on forgingyou.com, but you don't have to go to see Jay. Jay will put together a plan that fits you, designed for you, specialized for you. And he'll do that all from the comfort of your own home. Online, he'll tell you what to do. Then you just go do it. ForgingU.com. You can find him on Facebook, Twitter, at ForgingU. That's our very own Frida Rocket. You probably didn't know that, Ian. That's Frida. Frida not skating today, just doing all kinds of other stuff. All right. We were waiting for our table to be taken out someday, and we almost had it. But McMasher able to keep it together. So why are we testing today a pay-per-view service? That's because Team Maine will have a significantly larger scrimmage coming up next month against Team Massachusetts. We'll be playing in Lewiston at the Armory. And hopefully that'll be a triple header. We're going to try to bring in another team. So we'll have a triple header. So all kinds of derby on a Saturday night. And that'll be a fundraiser for Team Maine, Team Massachusetts as well, and whoever else we can get in there. All the proceeds will go towards those three teams. We'll do the same thing today. Tara with the star for Mass Attack. Kissy has the star for Team Maine. She thought she had a penalty. She did not. Ducks under Mass Attack. She's our lead jammer. Tara going for the star pass. Nudged off to the infield by Jumpy. But I think I see a forearm. Yeah, we're going to get a forearm penalty called on Jumpy. Looked like she might have got a little low with that arm. So Jumpy takes the long skate around. Kissy with a nice little hop on the inside. We'll take a look at that afterwards. After the jam is over, we'll take a look at Kissy's little hop. See how well that worked. Instant replay. I love it. Kissy's through. She's picked up 5 points. Still trying to make it through the pack is Mass Attack. Allison Donovan. Was that a late hit? Yeah, it was. So Allison Donovan, she'll head to the box. And there she goes. Jumpy comes out from her penalty. We don't have a board in the center. I don't know how things are looking on the penalty tracker, but I'll find out for you when we come back from halftime. We'll talk about that. Kissy's picked up a penalty. That means power jam for Mass Attack. Tara pushed out by Jumpy. That's it. So that's going to be it for the first half, actually. We're going to come back in probably 15 minutes. Team Maine coming out in a big way, 232, Mass Attack 23. Wait, will we get one more jam in, actually? I don't think we're going to. No. I think we're gonna be halftime. But you know, the board says halftime. Skaters do not want to go to halftime. But they will. All right, so we'll be back in about 15 minutes. All right, we're coming back from the half. Team Maine up 231 to 23, Mass Attack. This is you're watching the New England Roller Derby Report. Thank you very much for those who are tuned in today. This is a big test for us to try to see what we can do to do fundraiser type broadcasting for teams. So far, so good. I feel good about it. Now, I promised you some stats early on, and what was great is I promised you stats, and I didn't actually have to go do that myself. So I have Sparrowhawk with me.
Hi.
You have some stuff, right, Hawk?
Yeah, I was watching Team Maine really closely today, and I was tracking their jammer stats. So, for those of you out there who have not been taking notes during the game, Nurse Heartless is the high scorer for Team Maine. She has 85 points and 75% lead. Kissy Kicks is in second place with 68 points and 60% lead. Meowing 'em Down has 40 points and 75% lead. Sketchy Lou Weasel has 34 points and actually the only jammer on Team Maine who has 100% lead. Hard Dash has 4 and 50% lead.
All right.
Very exciting.
Yeah, that is awesome. Thank you very much for doing that.
Sure.
I don't suppose you went and got all the penalties too, huh?
Oh, no.
No, I didn't do
haven't
it
been
either.
watching those. I think that both teams are really doing a good job of, staying clean as much as they can.
The only penalty that I am aware of that was significant enough to make a difference right now is we have Allison Donovan has been removed for an out-of-bounds
Oh, okay. Yeah, a misconduct penalty.
Yep. So Allison, gone.
Mm.
Probably over on the bench somewhere.
That's too bad. Team Maine will really miss having her out there on the track.
Yeah,
She's
absolutely.
Such a strong player
And
a
had
real leader.
been playing quite cleanly. I'd only seen 2 penalties for her up until that point. One was something that was a late contact on the backstretch. But had only seen 2 penalties that first half. So
Yeah.
they will miss her. However, I'm sure there are skaters who will be stepping up to fill those shoes.
They're looking really tough this
They
morning.
are.
They're looking really good.
They are looking really tough. I'm looking forward to our next game, which will be Team Massachusetts in what I believe is maybe the 5th or 6th matchup between those two teams.
Yeah, they've played at least 3 times that I know of.
Yep, they have played at least 3 times. Mass Attack with the Power Star opportunity. Kissy Kicks having been picked up a penalty.
I'm going to see if I can't get us some
Get
more
us more
stats,
stats?
and I'll be back
All
at the
right,
end of the game.
sounds great. Thanks so much, Hawk.
Yeah.
Thanks to Hawk for picking up all those numbers that I never pay attention to. Not that I don't want to pay attention. There's just so many things. Kissy Kicks is not our lead jammer. Lead jammer belongs to Malice Paul. Did Kissy make any points? I don't think so. No points, but 3 points picked up for Mass Attack. So yeah, we're trying out this paid kind of subscription pay-per-view, you could call it, event. Today's proceeds, all of the profit after any service fees, is actually being split between both teams. So I think this is a model that we'll be able to use in the future for other events. The plan is to probably keep our normal Saturday night coverage just like we've always done it, but maybe a special fundraiser kind of event or tournaments. We may do this sort of pay-per-view kind of thing. We'll be doing that for the Team Maine, Team Massachusetts game next month. Lead jammer is Hard Dash right now. She is the lead jammer. However, she's not in the lead. We'll see what she does. Her points are in the back. So for Dash, the benefit is there for her to keep going. She did. She called it off. Worked out very well in this case. She's going to pick up 4 points. Really smart heads-up play by Dash. Her points were at the back of the pack. There were 2 in the box, I believe, at that time. It looked like there were 2, maybe 3 on the track. She knew she had a little bit of time. She used it well, relied on her blockers. Came away with 4 points. Team Maine, 240, Mass Attack, 26. We always talk about things like the disparity in points between two teams, and you kind of wonder, how does a team feel about that? Well, I think this is a scenario where you take a team like Mass Attack going up against some of the best skaters here in Maine. It's not a surprise to see a lopsided score. But what happens for Mass Attack is they learn a ton and progressively get much better. We see that all the time in roller derby. You have to go up against those difficult opponents. Otherwise, you're not going to get a chance to try out your new stuff. Steel sharpens steel. In this case, Nurse Heartless picks up 5 points. Nurse Heartless, leading scorer today. She had some big runs earlier today. She had a 30-point jam. And that was that was 30 points, maybe 30 points plus, and that was a full 2 minutes. Next weekend, where are we going to be? In Boston. Right. I almost forgot. Next weekend, New England Roller Derby Report will be in Boston for the Boston Roller Derby Home Team Championship. So the 4 home teams will be at the Shriners Auditorium, and we will be broadcasting that live. A new venue for us, really new teams. We've only seen some of Boston's skaters through Team Massachusetts, and then other sort of the very first broadcast. Actually, we saw the Cosmonauts come up to Central Maine. That was our very first test broadcast. Actually, was Central Maine versus Cosmonauts. 4 more were picked up by Heartless. 26 Mass Attack, 263 Team Maine. We'll have our whistle in about 5 seconds. Kissy kicks out quickly. Ratiskater with a star pass. Successful star pass as well. Kissy's through for 4. Is she going to let her score some points up there? I think she's going to. She's going to play a little bit longer game right now. She's past her own blockers, Kissy that is. Now past the Mass Attack defense. That was 5. We'll see 4 right now for Mass Attack. Kissy with a nice head of steam, weaves through, splits the defense. Setting a nice pace around the track. Let's see if she goes for the full 2 minutes. I think we will. Kissy with 4 more for Mass Attack. Now Bruiser is asking her to call it. Mass Attack might have picked up a couple more. Nope. Mr. Cheesy says no. 23-20 left in the second half. Team Maine 285, Mass Attack 38. Very successful outing for Team Maine. Team was put together back in July. Started practicing in August down at the Sunbeam Roller Rink, the official rink of Team Maine. Love it down at Sunbeam. If you're ever, it's kind of a not a hard place to find, but it is in the middle of nowhere, and it's about as old-fashioned a roller rink as you're ever going to find. just a ton of fun to go down there. I think we have maybe a couple more practices where we'll be down there. You can only stay so long because the winter comes in and it's not a year-round building. Malice Paul with the star. Mass Attack making really good use today of the star pass. And they've been pretty successful most of the time with their star passes today. Beth Saltz with the star for Team Maine. I think this might be the first time we've seen Beth take the star today. I don't recall her being in Hawk's list. Killa with the star for Mass Attack. Salt, Killa up against each other. Killa not able to get past Heartless. Killa stashes the star. Beth Saltz is through. She's our lead jammer. Not yet to turn one, really now just entering. And the star pass successful. KT&T was able to push Killa out. Kill. But KT also went, so Kill was able to just keep on going. Beth's going to call it off after picking up another 4 points. Team Maine looking pretty tight. We'll see how things look when they go up against Team Massachusetts, though. Team Mass will certainly be looking for some retribution. Maine having taken the last 3. I gotta go back now. The last 3 bouts against them. In Pennsylvania, in Florida, and in Massachusetts. I think it's 3. I could be wrong. If I was a betting man, I would say I don't think it'll be the case the next time around. Some pretty significant changes on Team Massachusetts, and they are stacked. They're looking great. We'll find out. Meowing them down. Lead jammer of record has just picked up 5 points. She's cutting her way, or trying to cut her way. Ratiskater pushes her around quite a bit. Now out of the backstretch and through turn 3 and turn 4. Meow clear, having picked up 5 points. Penalty picked up by Kissy Kicks. Meow through for another 5. 3:23 Team Maine. Mass Attack 38. Nice little hop by Meow. And a track cut picked up by Malice Paul. Meow. Quick cut to the outside. Spins around Karma. Karma and kill. The longer this game goes on, the harder it is for Mass Attack, as if it wasn't hard enough. Mass Attack will face the inevitable exhaustion of a smaller bench. Not as deep as Team Maine. Knew that coming in. Timeout called white. Timeout. Let's talk about EL Design. Visit EL Design for your custom decals, signs, wearables, and more. They use a long-lasting, durable, and weather-resistant vinyl. Whether it's signs for your business, team, or organization, or custom lettering on your vehicles, they can do it all. Find them on Facebook and on the web, eldesignandimaging.com. EL Design does. Now, you may notice, if you got a camera, the tall camera, check out that hockey jersey that Coach Bruiser's wearing down there. You see that down there? Look down there. Oh, there it is. Nice shot. Oh, it's like he heard me. He knew I was talking about him. Yeah, no, he's actually standing out there modeling it for me. EL Design did that jersey for us. I say us because I'm also wearing mine too. Yeah, that was perfect timing, wasn't it, Ian? Yeah, that was good. Okay, now we're just watching him adjust himself. That's just weird. Timeout's all done. Peroxide with the star. Peroxide of Casco Bay Gentlemen's Derby. Pack will start up way up front. Mass Attack has 2 in the box. Ratiscators in the box. And then standing now is the jammer of record, Malice. Peroxide is through, is our lead jammer on her first jamming opportunity. She gets past Josie Cuervo of her own team to start her approach. Hard dash. Came in and made a nice connection to give a little bit more space. Pack is stretched out a little bit right now. 2 out to bridge for Mass Attack. And they have to relent. Peroxide. Well-earned 4 points. Mass Attack not together as a pack right now. So she's able to pick them off one by one. She's got 5 points and the power jam. I did not see what the penalty was, but Malice Paul has picked up a penalty. Is just sitting down right now, so that penalty starts right now. Peroxide re-entering the pack after being shoved out. Peroxide did not get recycled as the blocker who pushed her out was no longer in play. I think that's how that worked. Peroxide may pick up a penalty on that. Maybe? No. Clean hit. That was another 5 for Peroxide. 3:55 to 38. Team Maine. And that jam's over. 15:20 left in our game. Upcoming events. We talked a little about this earlier. We've got Massachusetts. Team Massachusetts coming up to play against Team Maine. I think we're going to broadcast a triple header. If we're lucky. If we can get a third opponent up here. We'll have a triple header. Also, not next week. That's actually next month. Next week is actually going to be Boston in their home team championship. Fouling out is Ratiscator. Mass Attack is definitely going to miss her as she has been connecting all day long and providing a ton of blocking. Nurse Heartless is our lead jammer right now. She's picked up 4 points right now in her initial scoring pass. Malice has the star for Mass Attack, trying to make her way back onto the track. She's trying to get back in cleanly over on turn 2. She does so. Heartless is through. She'll have picked up 5 for that. The bench is empty. Penalty box, that is. Heartless with another 5. Heartless has had most of the points today. That's not a surprise. Typically, she's one of the higher point scorers on the team. Also on her home team league, Bangor Roller Derby. So Mass picked up 2 points on that last go-around. On her toe stops, but not quite able to stay in. Kill tries again. This time, did she pick up a track cut on that? No, she didn't. That's good. Heartless pushing her way now through the blockers of Mass Attack. KT makes a little room for Heartless. And it works. That's the end of that jam. Just like that. Heartless picked up another, looked like 3. And 2 for Mass Attack. Kissy kicks. Kissy kicks have turned to a skate shot. Kissy's through, weaves around to the outside. Makes it look easy. I think I could probably do it. She made it look so easy. No smirking, dude. No smirking. You're shaking your head, Ian, as if I could not do that. It's true. I took my skates off shortly after trying them on the first time. And then shipped them down to Rochester, New York, where Cashman uses those skates now. Kissy on the inside. No one there to try to stop her. That was 5 easy points. Kissy, quick juke to the right. Some connection was made, though. Just enough to get her out and recycle her back. Slow her down for a little bit, but not long. Bouncing around on her toe stops. I might just ask Kissy for her autograph at the end of this game. Tara headed to the box for Mass Attack with a penalty. Sitting down right now, she'll have 30 seconds. Kissy spilled on the inside. She'll play the safe recycle back. Did she pick up a penalty? She did, somewhere back there. So Kissy will head to the box, and she's going to serve 30 seconds at the very beginning of this next jam. So Mass Attack will have a power start. Kissy sounds a little bit relieved to actually be sitting in the penalty box right now. Maybe just sitting that she was relieved in. We're going to have, are we having an official review? I think so. Yep. Official review. Let's talk about Forging U. Forging U. Coach Jay over at Forging U. Would you like to see what a personalized strength and conditioning program can do for you? Reach out today for a free consultation. Hook, man, he'll put you up with all, he'll just set you up with all kinds of training stuff. He has asked me in the past when I wanted to start working on some training, and I've always found an excuse. I probably shouldn't do that anymore. It's probably time for me to kind of get off my duff and do something. ForgingU.com. Find them on Facebook or on Twitter at ForgingU. I'm joined again by Hawk. Hawk, what do you got for us?
Hey, guys. I just wanted to share the jammer stats, which, as you know, is what I'm tracking
That's
today.
what you're tracking.
Sorry, I don't have any good dirt on penalties.
No, don't even need the dirt.
But what's really impressive about this half so far is that there's only one jam where Team Maine has not gotten lead, and it was the first jam of this half where Kissy started in the box. So other than that, Team Maine has a 100% lead, which is really awesome because they're jamming some non-traditional jammers this
I've seen
half.
that, yeah.
I've seen Peroxide out there. I've seen Beth Salts out there. So even those folks who normally are blockers and really solid, strong blockers in their walls, they're having success as jammers too, which is really kind of exciting.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see that. I noted when Peroxide came out, She had a great jam. That was, how much did she score? And did you happen to, it looked like she might have had 15.
Scored 21 points.
21 points.
Yep. And Salty, who normally blocks, scored 9. Dash has improved her point score so far this half. She's got 18. Let's see who else we got. Meow, no surprise there, 35 points. Heartless still, I think, in our lead as far as
total
scoring.
Points. Yep.
She scored 45 so far this half. And Kissy doing incredibly well, scoring 50 points so far this half.
That's phenomenal. And
Yeah.
we still have another 10:42 left in the game. So I think we need to have this happen more often, where you just come out of nowhere and you grab a headset and put it on and have all these amazing numbers.
And just say things.
And just say things.
Yeah.
You could come over and say whatever you wanted.
Cool. Let's see. I could make something up. No,
Yeah.
that's no fun. I like to talk about roller derby.
All right,
I like
well,
to watch roller derby. I like to talk about roller derby. And I actually, I have played with so many of the skaters on this team because when I started playing roller derby, I started with Rock Coast, and now I play for Maine roller derby. So I know a really large percentage of these skaters.
Yeah.
And I love them, having been on a team with them. So
Good. Well,
shout out to both teams, all
when,
teams.
When we have, you'll have to join us when we do what is going to hopefully be a triple header with Team Massachusetts and a yet-to-be-determined third team in November.
That sounds really exciting. That'd be really fun.
Unless you want to drive to Boston next week when we broadcast the home team championship for Boston Roller Derby.
I might have to tune into that either way.
Yeah, you probably should.
Yeah.
At the very least.
Next weekend?
Next weekend, we'll be down at the Shriner Auditorium for their doubleheader.
And it's their home team's championship.
Home team championship. Yeah.
Sweet.
So we'll see the Pisses, the Nutcrackers, Cosmonauties, and I forget the fourth team.
The horrors?
Yep.
Horrors.
Arkham Horrors, yeah.
Looks like the review might be wrapping up.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us again. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Come back anytime.
I will.
I didn't see what the review was for, but McMasher knows.
Was for challenging the apex jump and trying to get the penalty upgraded from a misconduct to a gross misconduct and have us
All right. So that was a challenge on a misconduct penalty, trying to change that to a gross misconduct apex jump. Call stands as it is. No change. Kissy in the box, now coming out of the box. Tara with the star for Mass Attack. Lead jammer Kissy Kicks. She came out of the box ready to go. She had a nice little break. So she has time. Takes a spill. Is she going to call it? I think she's just going to continue to go. Peroxide headed to the penalty box. Mass Attack is through for 4. Kissy Kicks is through for 3 for Team Maine. We are in turn 3 and 4. Both jammers making their way through. Both picking up 4 points. Kissy will call it just like that. No more points on that jam for either team. 9:23 left. 4:14 Team Maine. Mass 48. Team Maine now using, as Hawk said, some non-traditional jammers. We'll see if they continue to do that. Dash taking a lap before she comes into jam. She slowed down just enough to almost be at a stop before the jammer line, but not quite. So what we saw there was kind of a cool little start from Dash. She already had momentum going when the whistle blew. You might not always be able to get away with that, but her momentum was still a little bit as she got to the line. She hadn't crossed it. Cool start by Dash. She's picked up 5 points on the grand slam. And now pushed to the infield and recycled back. She'll go back a little ways. She has a power jam opportunity here as Killa heads to the box for a mass attack. Dashes through with another 5 points. Thanks again to everyone who tuned in today and helped us out. One, thank you for supporting Team Maine and supporting Mass Attack, as any proceeds garnered today will be split between both teams, because that's what we like to do. We like to help teams out. Let's see here. I'm looking at, I guess it's better now. There might have been a little bit of, there might have been a little slowness in the broadcast, but maybe it's going to catch back up again. As always, if there's problems with the broadcast, let me know so I can try to fix it. So thanks. We were thanking those who helped out today. Proceeds going to go to both teams. I think that's what we're going to do. I think that's going to be a Nerd Derby thing. For special events. We'll probably still do our normal Saturday night games like we always have. But special event games and tournaments. I think we might go to this model. Beth Salt with the star again. We talked a little about her earlier today. This is her second jam of the day. Normally a blocker. So Salty's picked up 5. Already picked up 1 more. Next week when we're in Boston, Ian, we will have Banshee, who is coaching Mass Attack. Banshee will actually be my co-announcer. She knows everybody over in Boston, so I thought it would be good to bring in a local. Star pass successful. Torpedo picks it up. Jams over. 5:28 left in the game. 442 Team Maine, 48 Team Mass. Not Team Mass, Mass Attack. I saw Massachusetts. That threw me off. Tara will take the star for Mass Attack. Rosie has the star for Team Mass. Rosie found her way on the inside right off the bat. Peterson designating her as lead jammer. Rosie only has 2 blockers to deal with. She'll make her move on the outside. No problem there. She's also got a power jam, because we got a back block called on Tara. 2 blockers in the box for Mass Attack. They're about to re-enter gameplay right now. They come in together. Rosie's through, picked up 5. Rosie will meet up with the pack again on turn 2. Rosie, when she jams, kind of a dozer. Ton of fun to watch. We had an opportunity to see her a lot at the Coastal Chaos tournament, which is a big part of the Bangor team that did so well. Star pass on the backstretch. Mass Attack. Mass Attack making all kinds of use of the star pass today. 341 has the star for Mass Attack. Pushed out, recycled back by Zell Dangerous. Rosie's going to call it off. just like that. All done. Let's start again with another gem. Malice Paul with a star for Mass Attack. Nurse Heartless. We've seen a lot of her today. Not a surprise. And a penalty called on Malice. Maybe? No. Jumpy picked up a penalty. I didn't see that one called, though. But there's Jumpy headed to the box. Malice through. Heartless and Malice. Malice not wanting to let Heartless by, but not a lot she can do about it either. Malice pushed out on the backstretch, gingerly steps out. She doesn't want to pick up the track cut, but she did just a little bit. So power jam for Team Maine and Nurse Heartless. Heartless tells her blockers to go, make her some room, and they do. Peroxide and Josie opening up a lane on that outside. And again, this time, Jumpy will make some room right in the middle. Heartless leisurely skates through. Oxidizer bracing Peroxide and Jumpy. Josie on the outside, re-entering as Malice. Mass Attack connecting with Nurse Heartless on the outside. Heartless this time tries to make it towards the middle. She doesn't have her blockers helping her right now. They're tied up with Malice. Heartless looking for an opportunity. She'll find it at the end. She picked up 4 points. 45 seconds left in this half. This will probably be our final jam. 491 Team Maine, 48 Mass Attack. Whistle blows. Dash jumps out, shoves her way through. Great start by Dash. Hedda recycles back. The opposition. Hey, you came back again.
I came back with my calculator, so I'll have some more stats for you.
Oh,
in
that's
just a minute.
fantastic. Hard Dash through for 5 points. Game clock is over. We're now just on jam clock. 129. She'll call it after picking up 5 more points to go to 501. Team Maine 501, not Team Massachusetts, I've done that like 10 times today. Mass Attack 48. That's our unofficial final. Numbers are being calculated as we speak. You can't see it on the broadcast, but Hawk's a traditionalist and actually is using an abacus.
Pencil and paper.
Oh, pencil and paper, right.
All right, so that half had some pretty impressive lead percentages, as we already talked about. Team Maine maintained their 100% asterisk, one exception, 100% lead.
That's intense.
I don't know if I've ever seen that. That was amazing. Second half, some really high point scorers. Again, Kissy with 57, Heartless with 68. Dash had 41, definitely improving on the first half for her. So the non-traditional jammers that we talked about, Salty had great success, 27 points. Rosie went out there with 18, and Peroxide with 21. It was just like really exciting. I'm going to do the math and find out who wins high scorer for the game.
Okay. So we'll talk. Well, what I want to do right now is thank again anyone who came in today, paid to watch our broadcast, we'll make sure that your funds go all the way over here to the team. We're splitting that up in between both teams. As we mentioned earlier, I think that's kind of the thing that we're going to do now. Just because I think it's great for the teams. Opens up maybe some different opportunities for everyone, and hopefully different opportunities for Derby in general. We'd like to see other places start to do the same kind of thing. If we can try something and then see that it actually works, all right, we'll keep doing that, and then maybe other people will follow suit with that as well. Next weekend, you can watch Nerd Derby on our normal channel on YouTube. We will have the Boston Roller Derby Home Team Championships, which I'm super excited about because we never get to do anything for Boston. So this will be our, well, I guess if you're going to do something for Boston, you might as well go in and do the whole big shebang. So that's what we're going to do next weekend. I think we're going to be, I don't really know when we're going to be on, but if you check our Facebook page and you follow that, you'll see when that all goes live. Also, we will have another game. We'll have, I believe, in November. Stay tuned for that. There will be at least a broadcast with Team Maine versus Team Massachusetts. Hopefully we can turn that into a triple header, and we'll see Team Maine, Team Massachusetts, and someone else as well. So what have you got?
Do you have any guesses?
I have no guesses.
So high scorer for Team Maine by a long shot, Nurse Heartless.
Nurse Heartless.
153 points.
That's incredible.
Really impressive. She had a 40-point jam in this game, which is like, I don't know if I've ever seen that.
That's big.
Yeah, at this level, at Division I level, I don't know if I've ever seen a 40-point jam. They exist, but number 2, Kissy Kicks.
Okay.
125.
125.
Very impressive, and got lead out of the box a couple of times.
I saw that.
Really
she came
exciting.
out. Yeah, she came out storming.
Really impressive blocking to hold that OJ long enough for their jammer to get lead out of the box. Very cool.
That was a power start opportunity. Kissy was in there for the full duration of her penalty.
I believe that is the case. You're right. Number 3, point scoring, meowing him down.
Meow.
75 points.
Phenomenal.
Awesome. And in 4th place, Hard Dash, who I know likes to be in 1st place, but she scored 45 points today, which was really awesome.
Yeah.
So those are your top 4 jammers.
Awesome. Thank you very much for bringing those numbers. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So we're going to close things down from here. And again, thank you to everybody who tuned in today. This will be archived on the YouTube page is where that will end up. So everybody else will get to go and watch that later on. Ian, thank you very much for doing all of the stuff today here. I didn't even hardly have to touch the computer at all. So that's pretty amazing. So we're all done. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you next weekend.